I want me some glory hole.
Welcome to the Football Glory Hole Recap Podcast for Week 12 of your NFL season. I'm your host, Bo Stevens, and I'm coming to you live, as always, with my good buddy Longhorn. Listen to us on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spreaker. Watch us live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on Instagram, X, live or recorded any way you can afford it. Thank each and every host for tuning in this week. All right, boys and girls, you know how we get down. It's time for the good, the bad, and the hard. Fucking kidding me?
And now it's time for the good.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Well, that's just fucking great. That's just fucking great.
The bad.
Is this bad? Is this bad?
Well, that's fucking not good.
And the are you fucking kidding me?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Are you fucking kidding me?
God damn it. Are you fucking with me?
All right, boys and girls, as always, we start off with the good. Well, the good. This was the monster weekend. The monster weekend.
Oh, the monster came in.
FGH 26-9, all combined. CK 9-3 on player props, and that's not even counting the same game parlays that he hit or his anytime touchdown parlay that he hit. This dude is literally fucking crushing it. If you're not using him for your player props, for your fantasy insights, for anything, everything you do, I'd say it every week, you're fucking doing it wrong. You're fucking doing it wrong. This dude is literally fucking amazing.
Yeah, good job, CK. Killing it.
Killing it, buddy. I went 16-5 overall, 11-5 in college, including hitting my free pick, 10-6 on those now on the season. St. Francis and Stonehill under 40. It closed at 38.5. Did not matter what number you got it at.
That was a really good high school football game.
It was excellent. 20-10 was the final there. Also really proud of my Wisconsin +8 versus Illinois. The market went against me on that one. That one closed at 9.5. Whiskey won the game outright 27-10 and dominated the second half. I hate that fucking fat Bert from Illinois, so anytime he can lose and I can profit off of it, I'm all in. I fucking hate that dude. And overall, just to find winners in a week where you don't really know who's still in with some of these teams. Definitely happy about that. 5-0 for me in the NFL, so nice little Sunday. So let's get into it.
Holy shit.
Longhorn put Cincy out +7 to his clients. Got the win there. He did get the push on the pod on the danger zone at 6. Lost half unit on the money line. That was just a fucking ugly game overall.
It was at 6 on the pod?
On the pod, yeah.
Oh my God, I'm getting
Because the Burrow news. The Burrow news.
I know, but
yeah.
I'm getting fucked on these half points by late just the put out time is killing me. That's all right.
Well, you put it out at a good number of your clients. You got the win there. This was an ugly one. I said on the podcast the BBG had New England winning 25-24, so pretty close there to the actual score. Both QBs traded pick sixes in this one, but in the end, Flacco was just terrible. And if we're being honest, he's been pretty terrible the entire goddamn time. It's time for him to retire. Please, for the love of God, NFL teams, stop employing this man. He stinks. He's almost always stunk his entire fucking career. Please, Joe Flacco, just go away and leave us alone. As far as result,
I don't know what you're talking about because we
he's
needed
terrible.
a back.
His numbers are always terrible.
I don't care. We need the backdoor touchdown.
As far as
we got
result
it.
goes, was that backdoor? I didn't see how it
Yeah, we were out of the cover, and Joe Flacco with T. Higgins, who got hurt off the field. So no Chase, no T. Higgins. My boy Joe Flacco, who you just disparaged on the podcast, threw a touchdown to God knows who. I don't even know who the fuck it was.
If he wouldn't have thrown a pick six, maybe he wouldn't have needed that.
Very true. Very true. Yeah, and it was. I don't know if you. I don't know if you saw it. It's maybe the worst pick six I've ever seen because he looked at the guy, the running back out in the flat or tight end or whatever it was. He looked at him. It's like, there's a guy kind of in that area. Looked back at the middle of the field and said, nah. Went back to that side after the defender had time to get even closer and said, now I'm going to throw it to that guy. It was the guy could have done cartwheels into the end zone and he was like 50 yards away. It was really bad pick six, really really bad. But again, he redeemed himself.
They threw a pick six too, so they did trade him. So even there, the stats though, New England should have won by more than 3, and they did. It was a fair box score. It was a fair final. It really just it came down to the fact if you looked at the box score, the Patriots just won the middle 8. The rest of the game was actually almost dead even heat through stats, through scoring, everything. It was just the middle 8. It was the ending the first half, beginning the second half. That's really all New England won. Other than that, it was a fucking dead even game. So I thought the BBG graded it well. You made a good call on that. Except
I do feel a little fortunate, and these things happen in football, but New England went. They had it on the 1 yard line like 18 times in different series of the games. Got stopped twice on 4th down on the 1 yard line. Finally, one time, or the last time, the Vrabel's like, you know what, fuck this. 4th down and 1 on the 1. Kick the goddamn field goal. So they got like 3 points from 3 possessions at the inside the 2. So, I mean, it's I feel like look, I'll take the win. Like, we don't apologize for wins.
No, we do not. And to be fair, I mean, you are going against Cincinnati's vaunted defense. So, I mean, how could you really expect to score versus that team?
They fucking, and one of the times they even got a penalty, like on the 4th down or 3rd down, which reset everything inside the 1, and they still got stopped. I was like, what is this Cincinnati fucking defense I'm watching? This is amazing.
They were all in, baby. They were all in. All right, speaking of all in, Longhorn hit the big dick on Dallas, +3 for a unit. And half a unit on the money line, which is +150. So give him another 75 there. Take away the half unit on the Arizona money line. He walks away with +125 on the big dick this week. As far as the game, I said the BPG had Dallas winning 24-23. Pretty close, I would say, to the actual score. The only reason why I didn't join Longhorn, I said, was for the spot. And for a long time, it looked like I made the right decision. But in the end, the Eagles' offense stinks because their quarterback stinks, and they can't run the ball to save their lives. Probably because everybody knows their quarterback fucking stinks. And at the end of the day, Dak is just a better quarterback by a million miles, and he owns this division. He's now 2-0 ATS versus the Eagles this year. 70% ATS in his career versus the NFC East. Look, you don't always have to bet with the Cowboys against the
2-0 against the Eagles. They lost the first game.
ATS.
Oh, ATS. Okay, sorry, my bad.
70% ATS in his career against the division. You don't have to bet with him, but you goddamn sure don't bet against Dak when he's playing the NFC East. You just don't do it. So, Longhorn, thoughts on this game and the fact that I think you had Dallas finishing dead last in this division, and now they got a puncher's chance away of maybe winning it.
I got the fucking board. I got the board too far away. I can't see it right now, but there's no way I had Dallas under the Giants, did I?
I think you did.
I don't know. We'll fact check that.
We had to fact check it.
I knew this was going to be your week to pile on the Jalen Hurts sucks thing, and that's fine. It's probably the fact that Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley and AJ Brown, they all just forgot how to play football this year. It couldn't have anything to do with the offensive coordinator that's the best friend of the head coach and a complete nepotism hire. It's probably not that at all. And they probably all just happen to forget how to play football all at the same time. It's got to be that.
I mean, Jalen Hurts never knew how to play. But
my God, here we go.
Saquon not running for 2,000 yards. Yeah, that leaves a little bit of a hole in your offense. It does.
He had 10 carries for 22 yards.
Yeah, he can't. We said this in the preseason. We were both down on Philly, and I said,
I didn't think it was going to be this bad, though.
I said there was a chance this offense.
What are his season stats? Because I thought there'd be a chance he'd get hurt and underperform. He's played every fucking game and the offense is.
I mean, what was that old rule? Was it 3?
Oh my God! How many yards do you think he has rushing this year?
800.
684 on 3.7. 3.7! Oh my God. This is like, I mean, look, and we'll move on from this.
Anybody else, he'd be benched. He would be benched.
In the long term, we were both right on
And he
this.
fucking fumbled.
Yeah, which he never does.
That's his first fumble all season.
So they're gonna, and the Eagles are apparently they're just gonna ride with this OC. We saw them have these offensive woes before in seasons past. Fired the OC, moved on. Apparently, just gonna ride this out. This will be their detriment. They will not win the Super Bowl with this team. They will get knocked out in the playoffs with this offensive performance. And and when they get a new coordinator and things get opened back up, it's you're going to see a completely different Philly team next year on offense because I'm sorry, these players just did not forget how to play football. It's just I refuse to believe that.
All right, great hit there for Longhorn. We'll move on. KC and Indy combo platter of good here for me. I put out Indy plus 3.5. Under 50.5. I said the BPG had Indy winning 24-23, but I also said I could see KC winning by a field goal in the low 20s, and that's exactly what happened. Look, the total was never in doubt in this game, but it did get hairy for me at the end on the cover. That's because
what was the number?
3.5.
No, the cover, the over under.
Oh, 50.5.
Oh God.
Yeah, never a chance. So the Colts offense was horrific all day, but their defense was so dominant for 3 quarters. It held them in this game for as long as possible. But in the end, it got worn out because Indiana Jones turned back into fucking Danny Nichols when it really mattered. Huge shocker! Look, in the fourth quarter, Longhorn, Kansas City gained 202 yards. And when Indy's defense needed just one drive for their offense, just one break, just one field goal, any points at all, Danny Nichols, this is his fourth quarter drives. 3 and out, -2 yards. 3 and out, 7 yards. 3 and out, 1 yard. So if you're keeping score at home, boys and girls, KC had 202 yards to Indy's 6 yards in the fourth quarter. Just a complete meltdown from Jones in this offense. And then in overtime, they get the ball first. They go 3 and out and gain 7 yards. Kansas City puts another 81 yards up in overtime. Finishes with a field goal, thank God. So just to recap, of Kansas City's 494 yards, 283 came in the fourth quarter and 1 drive of overtime. This loss, to me, is 100% on Steichen, the coach.
Okay, well, I'm glad you said that because I was going to push back on the Daniel Jones hate a little bit on that.
Well, I mean, the coach is the offensive guru. You've got to find a way, but you got a great defensive coach on the other side. He's going to make adjustments, which he did, obviously. They couldn't do shit in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter on offense. But you got to find a way to put Danny Nichols in a position to make some plays when it really matters. You got to have something squirreled away.
Because they couldn't run.
They couldn't run all day.
JT got just shut down.
Shut down. So the guy on the other side. The quarterback on the other side is absolutely, and that coach is going to have plays to be made when the plays fucking matter. Look, Indiana Jones is the first team. Indy is the first team that will make the playoffs this year that Kansas City's beaten all season long. And Indy has been slipping pretty hard lately. They've lost 2 out of the last 3. Their only win was in overtime versus the shitty Falcons. So, Longhorn, the Colts are in trouble. All that Danny Nichols MVP talk is fucking over. They have all 4 games.
I don't know if there was
Jacksonville.
I don't think that
there was talk.
Maybe 3 weeks ago. I think that's pretty already been dying down.
Yeah, it's gone now. So, but they've got all 4 games left with Jacksonville and Houston, and they've got the Seahawks and the 49ers. This team that once looked like they were a number 1 seed candidate now looks like a limp in and get fucking hammered in the wild card round.
Does it look like maybe my Houston to win the division is not a dead ticket yet?
Not a dead ticket.
Not a dead ticket. And I think they play this week coming up, Indy and Houston.
Well, they got both games. I think it's them and Jacksonville. But
is it them and Jacksonville this week?
No. Jacksonville's at Tennessee. You're right.
Okay,
They've got all 4 left. All 4 that matter against the 2 teams that matter in the division. Yeah. That's who they have to play.
This division is very much up for grabs between those 3 teams. I was just my 2 cents on this game is this is this is a lot on Steichen, and I love Steichen. I know you do too. We're both been big fans and pump him up, but you can't let your nuts go into your inside your body in a game like this. You can't. Like you said, you are limited.
Mahomes is going to score.
and you know that you have, a quarterback that is a system quarterback and is going to need help to be successful as a team. Indy had the ball with 2 minutes left at the end of the first half. And I don't know if you watch this game because we don't talk during the games, but
I tried to watch as much as I could.
okay, there was a sequence where I think Indy lost this game in the last 2 minutes of the first half. They had the ball. It was 3rd and 1. And what was the score at? It was 14-6 at this point. So they're up 14-6. There's 2 minutes left. They got the ball. Gets to 3rd and 1. Okay, and Steichen calls up a bomb. Now, I don't know. Who knows if it was actually called that way or if that's just the way Daniels. I don't know. It's 3rd and 1. You have 2 plays to get a first down, and you have to, because even if you don't score on that drive, which even if you do or you don't give the ball up to Mahomes to go down and get the field goal, which is what he did. So they do the bomb on 3rd and 1. And then punt on 4th, that's it. Like you just conceded that we're going to play conservative and scared in this game. They get the ball, they go get the field goal. Momentum's changed. Casey comes out 11-0 in the 3rd quarter, and it's game on from there. And then now you've already like set the game up for like we're trying to not lose instead of we're going to go win. Now you can say that the long shot on 3rd and 1 is
they didn't score. Kansas City didn't score till the 4th quarter.
Oh, I'm sorry. I looked at it wrong. Yeah, 11 points.
That Indy defense, they literally held them in this game.
Yeah, you're right.
As long as they possibly fucking could.
But to me, Steichen is just like, it was just I couldn't believe when I was watching that he did that. I was like, that's not what you do on the road against a Mahomes. Because if you play like that, you're going to get Mahomes. And those 3 points from just, even if they didn't score on that drive, they just got 1 first down, ran the clock out. Casey didn't have time to do anything. Those 3 points were literally the difference. So, like, little things like that are just the little things that championship coaches do that might not show up in the scoreboard or the box score, but winning coaches do. So, Steichen, you're a great coach. We think you're a great young coach, but those are the little things that you're going to have to get better at when you're on the road against a Super Bowl champion like Reed and Mahomes. So, that was just the note that I had on that game.
And I think that he's good enough. He'll learn from that situation, and next time he'll make a better decision. But Shane Steichen, for right now,
You blew it!
You definitely blew it.
Yeah. So can't wait to watch you. I mean, Houston and Indy next week is definitely for personal reasons. Definitely going to be. Although I did see today, fucking CJ Stroud is still in fucking protocol. Like this is starting to like just really irk me, and I'll wait until our next podcast when we get more information. But if that motherfucker is still in concussion protocol like a month later, I'd be like, can I get my money back?
How damaged is he? Like, that's pretty bad.
I know. More than anybody's ever been damaged? Ever? From a concussion, I guess?
That's a long time for a concussion.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Those Green Bay Packers. Minnesota had the under 41.5. This one I was right on the Green Bay side. I said I had them scoring 22. They scored 23. I was off on many. I had them at 17. They scored 6. I said it was going to be a terrible game for little JJ, even by his standards, and boy, was it. 12 for 19 for 87 yards and 2 picks. And honestly, other than the picks, though, that's pretty much a stat line for every game he had at Michigan. But this was the second game this season that he has had a quarterback rating lower than if he would have just taken every snap and spiked it straight into the ground. The bottom line here is he's just not a real NFL quarterback at this point in his career. Now, I do expect him to play better when he's not facing, a top 10 defense in the league, which we talked about on the podcast. But right now, Longhorn, your boy is fucking awful. And look, Love wasn't good either, but the Packers just simply dominated the time of possession. They leaned and leaned and leaned on this good Minnesota defense until, they really just couldn't stand up anymore. But they still only gave up 2 touchdowns on the day. Both of them on the ground by a backup running back. I had to downgrade Minnesota here. Upgrade Green Bay just a tick just for taking out the trash, which is something they usually don't do. We talked about that on the podcast as well. But Longhorns, your Vikings, they're not officially done, but they are circling the fucking drain. So I know you're probably watching this one pretty close.
Yeah, this was couple of.
There's a no sweat under for me on that one, by the way.
Couple of thoughts I had on this one is it really pisses me off because back to the Indy KC game, the line movement in that, I don't know if you saw the line movement before kickoff. This went up to 4.5. KC minus 4.5 at kickoff. And that spooked me.
Man, so I got no CLV and still won.
I know.
I can't believe it.
And it spooked me so much that in the contest, some of the contests that we're in, the every game contest, I switched out KC, or not the one that you picked 5. I switched out Indy at plus 3.5 because the actual line went to 4.5. And I panicked so much that I put in this stupid ass fucking Minnesota team. Why? I don't know. I don't even know why. I just panicked at the last minute. That's a new rule. I'm done
I was
checking.
Curious about that because I didn't think you really liked Minnesota that much. We both talked about like Green Bay has trouble getting margin even against shitty teams, but like
I would have always taken Minnesota on where I pick everyone. Where I pick everyone. Yeah, I was always picking them over there, which sucks too because that one burned me over there too. But like, why? Like I'm done checking lines 10 minutes before kickoff. I don't even know why I do it. It burns me every time. It's all public money coming in at that point. Why am I even?
Somebody knows something. Get on it.
I know. That's kind of what I thought. I was like, holy shit! This went to fucking. At one point it was 3, then 3.5, then 4, now 4.5. Yeah, nobody knew anything except fucking dumbass fucking duct tape fucking Doug up there just fucking pulling out money from his ATM and putting it on the favorite. So
let's put another 100 on Mahomes. Come on.
And I put this on one of my TVs, and about halfway through the game, I knew I was cooked, and I didn't care. I left it on there because I said, "This is your punishment."
I didn't watch.
I said, "This is your punishment, not only for doing that at the beginning of the game, but your punishment for pumping up this JJ McCarthy at the beginning of the season." So I sat through that entire game for penance for what I've said all year on this guy. He is so broken at quarterback. I don't know how they can. You're getting into future damage territory now for me with JJ. Like you're getting into like, you're going to end up breaking this kid the rest of the season. So I don't know what Carson Wentz's status is. I don't know who the third string is. I don't give a fuck.
He's done for the year.
Then put whoever the backup is. Put someone else in there. He needs to fix his mechanics. His mechanics are as bad as Josh Allen's were. That you've seen that video where the guy that fixes mechanics talks about like this is what he was doing at the beginning of his career and this is the way he is now. His are as broke or more broken than Josh's were, and that ain't changing. And it's just they can't win with that guy. They won't win another game if they start him. They will finish. They're 4-7. They will finish 4 and God, they can finish 4-13, coming off of what 13-4.
Yikes! Yeah, they were definitely a Russian monster candidate this year, but I didn't see them going. I don't remember what I had them. I know I had them winning on 4. I'm pretty sure.
Well, if they go 4-13, they're going to be the candidate the other way next year.
No doubt. Well, actually, we got to see what the stats say because they're so bad on. I mean, you're right. He's just not. Now I said last week I've seen some flashes of him that made me kind of double think like this kid might have something, but at this point right now. You're right. He's broken, and he's just not an NFL quarterback at this moment in time. So whether he's got to sit or whatever, and when you start to see guys, which we'll get into in a few minutes, like Cam Ward, who's been awful, start to make some progression, that's generally what you want to see from the young quarterback. It's like, hey, as you get through the year, yeah, you're bad to start, blah blah blah. Just show some progression. He is degressing. I don't know if he ever progressed to degress, but whatever. It was bad. It was really bad.
It's bad. Bad pick.
All right, moving on. Baltimore and the Jets. Another combo platter good for me here. The Jets cover the 14. The game goes under the 44.5. Much like the KC game, I never had to sweat the total, but I definitely did have to sweat the fucking cover.
Yeah.
At the end, this Jets
good thing Lamar sucks now. That saved your ass because holy shit was he bad.
He was so bad. This Jets offense is an abortion, though, no matter who the quarterback is. But this Baltimore offense, Longhorn, it's broken.
It is broken.
And if you look at the stats, Tyrod actually outplayed Lamar. He really did. His only interception came at trash time at the end of the fucking game when it was already fucking over. I don't even put that on him. It was like a hell.
It's not even close who played better at quarterback.
Yeah, Tyrod played way more.
It's not even close. Like, look, that was the worst. I'm not even kidding. That's the worst Lamar Jackson game I've ever seen. Like, he's had 13 for 23, 150-yard passing games in his career. He's done that before. Has he ever ran 7 times for 11 fucking yards? Like, what is wrong with him?
He's hurt.
Well, obviously, like, they're in trouble. Now, I will say, we don't know what the injury is, but I'm assuming since it's good enough for him to play, that it's going to be something that can get better during the year. So, like, the fact they're winning games and you would assume eventually he's going to get back to 100% Lamar, I guess that's good long term and that they can just keep, winning these games. But I did look at their schedule. There's a lot of losable games on there, even if Lamar is 100%.
They don't have an easy schedule.
Yeah, so like even if he's 100%, there's some losable games, and they don't have. Well, they're probably going to win the division now, so I guess they do have some wiggle room. But as far as like winning the AFC, the whole AFC, they can't. They got to win out. They got to win out to get the first seed. So yeah, they're in trouble with Lamar and the way he's playing right now for sure.
I mean, look, I didn't take away much from this game. Like, there was no grading. I mean, I had to downgrade Baltimore a little bit. I had Baltimore winning game 23-19. It was 23-10. But if Hall doesn't fumble that ball and the Jets get 7 there, you're looking at a 23-17 final. So that seems fair enough for what the projection was. The Jets won the yards per play. Henry has died right in front of our eyes. Finally, I think it's happened. And like I said, he's hurt. Lamar's hurt. Longhorn, I'm going to look to continue to fade these Ravens if the market continues to overvalue them, or when they play a team that can actually score the ball. So that's kind of what I'm looking at, because right now they're still getting valued like they're back and the Ravens and they're going to be rolled. I mean, them laying 14 points to air right now is not fair. Like, it's just not. Like I said, I did get fortunate in the cover at the end because the Jets went for it on their own territory, which was fair enough. They still had a chance to win the game. I'm not bitching. Thankfully, their defense stopped them again and held them to the field goal. So that kept me within the 13, within the cover. Like I said, if Breece Hall doesn't fumble on the fucking 9-yard line.
Yeah, but it was always should have been a Jets cover the whole game. So like that just
won the stats. Yeah.
That's just football doing like evening out and being what it's supposed to be at the end.
Yep, I agree. All right, I know this probably really isn't supposed to be in the good because we tell you guys to fade Longhorn's free picks, but not even the Longhorn curse can match up with the legendary performance of one Shedeur Sanders. Longhorn took Cleveland +4 as his free pick, and it was clear from the first snap of the game that we were witnessing greatness, boys and girls. Shedeur becomes the first Browns quarterback to win his opening start as a rookie since 1865. And yes, before any of you ask, his jersey is already being retired in the Cleveland Ring of Honor, as it should be. Yeah. Shedeur went 11 for 20. Some people say that's below average. What I'm here to tell you is those people are fucking racist. And of those 9 incompletions, by the way, 8 of those were either drops by incompetent receivers or blown defensive PI call by racist refs, and the other one was intercepted by clearly a racist linebacker, Charles Snowden, who's the worst kind of racist because he's also black. That's just fucking despicable.
In racism.
I'm also sad to report that one of the underlying QB stats that I love the most, which is EPA plus CPOE, because it shows more of a trend line of possible future success or failures. It's why I actually liked Drake May last year and why I also started fading Kyler some years ago because he started slipping down that list. I can't even quote that stat anymore because clearly it's racist. I put the filter down to 30 plays as a minimum so that I could see where Shedeur ranked. Clearly, he's going to be number 1. Well, guess what? Not only was not number 1, he was 49th out of 49 QBs so far this season. His score was twice as bad as the 48th best quarterback, who's little fucking JJ. So clearly, that stat is racist and not capable of capturing the legendary status of Shedeur Sanders. Again, despicable. Dylan Gabriel, by the way, he's 47th. 2 slots ahead of Shedeur. The racism continues, and if that wasn't bad enough, I can't even look at my second favorite quarterback stat anymore because I used to believe, which is QBR, I used to believe it showed the most accurate snapshot of how well a quarterback is playing overall in a given time frame. It's from ESPN. But out of 27 qualifying quarterbacks this week, You guessed it. They got Shador dead last with a QBR of 8.7. When did ESPN become so fucking racist? This is ridiculous. And you might say both Sivas. How can QBR be racist when 7 out of the top 10 guys this week were black, including famous Jameis, who was number 1? And my answer to that is don't fucking worry about it because it doesn't fit my narrative, you racist cunts. And I hate to even ask this, Longhorn, but I gotta know. Just, do we have one metric left? What was his PFF grade? Are we gonna have to throw that out the window as well? Or is there one non-fucking racist entity that we have left that we can trust?
I mean, I guess PFF is racist because he came in at a 32.5, which I don't have the full list pulled up here, but let me ignore snap minimum because he's just started and see what it says for that. But while I'm pulling that up, I just gotta say I support racism because I believe in the being honest. So we're all racist. It's just everybody likes to pretend like they're not. And let's be honest, none of us really like the Jews. So like, I mean, that we're all kind of racist. So yeah, like he's a bad quarterback, but this was like the greatest back and forth call that we've ever had. Like, we just knew this was going to happen. Like, there was no way this was not. Like, God himself came down and said, I don't care what else happens in this prima donna, not good quarterback's career. He's winning this game. And this is the worst thing to happen to him going forward. I can't wait to fade this guy going forward. But by God, he won that one.
He did.
And what does that say about the Raiders? I mean, let's not forget the Raiders side of this. Holy shit!
And thank God, Longhorn said what he said on the podcast. I was thinking about taking Las Vegas and Survivor. Thank God, because after we talked it out, I already knew what the narrative was going to be. I knew the way the script was going to play out. But either way, I said all that to say that we just witnessed the birth of the new GOAT, clearly. The next Tommy, the next Patty. The Hall of Fame needs to waive all requirements immediately and put him in. And if they don't, they're fucking racist. And that is the end of the story, Longhorn. End of the story. Shedeur Sanders, greatest quarterback of all time.
If you ignore snap minimums, then actually Quinn Ewers is the worst quarterback this year. And he's a white guy. So
PFF, we're still hanging in there.
You get your card back for a little bit, but he might be Jewish, so we might need to check that and take. So we're gonna hold that one. Now, if you ignore that minimum, he's fifth to the last with Kenny Pickett, Riley Leonard, Quinn Ewers, and Jalen
Leonard.
Yeah, that guy's in there.
He played.
He's got 6 snaps this year.
Oh, does he play for the Colts?
He does. He allegedly.
Okay, yeah, he took some knees. How do you even grade that? How's that even a grade? That's crazy.
I mean, what do they have? Someone that watches every play or something?
They got someone that watches every play? Oh, great week though. Longhorn, you got anything else to go on?
I was going to ask you, how are you counting my teasers that are going tonight into the overall record factor?
Oh, I didn't, just because it wasn't final.
Well, if San Fran just wins the game, that'll be 7-1 for me on the week to the clients. So
nice.
like I got it was three teaser legs, 2 units each. I hit the first 2. San Fran's the last. So if San Fran hits, that's 6-0 on teasers.
Nice. That's
so
awesome.
just to add to the monster week that we already had.
So if we do that, that's 32-10.
By far, that's definitely our best week.
22 units, you think? Is that good?
That's pretty good.
Can anybody come in and comment? Is 32-10 good? I don't know.
I think they would take that.
I think they might take it. All right, let's move on to the bad then. Well, look, Florida +4. I put them out. It's the risky run this time of year. You don't know which team is a corpse. I thought.
Who were they playing?
They were playing Tennessee, and I thought with the home record, the fact that Tennessee has not beaten them since like 2002 or whatever it was in Florida, all that history, I thought if they were going to get up for one more game, You know, their coach has been fired for over a month. They haven't won a single game since their coach got fired. Well, I thought, hey, this is the spot. All the numbers support them. Market supports them. I support them. Let's go, Florida. Get up one more time. They literally complete no-show, complete fucking corpse. They won't be bet again by FGH.
You try to catch that. You try to catch that turn.
Well, I mean, again, it was. Yeah, the numbers supported, but the numbers supported a lot of shit that I
did. Did the numbers support it enough to try to catch that turn on something that's been going? It did.
Yeah, the numbers in the market indicator. Yeah.
I mean, then that's how you do your card. So I wouldn't even feel bad about it. I mean,
I don't feel bad about it. I just it's one of those games where you saw. It's like the Raiders game and the Brown. Like you saw from the first snap, like, oh, this team is quit. Well, I guess we're fucked then.
Yeah, I remember seeing that vaguely in my drunken Saturday night that Tennessee was shit stomping.
I mean, from the first, Florida's best thing. You saw the Texas game, right? We had Florida against Texas. One of the easiest calls I put out. It was a bad spot for Texas. That Florida defense is great. Been great all year. Tennessee literally came out and went straight down the field. 1, 2, 3 straight drives. 21-0. Like it was over. It was over from the very jump. Another bad thing, not betting the Seattle-Tennessee over. I said on the podcast, I had no idea why that total was so low, and it kept falling down. It kept going down. It scared me away from it. I said Seattle could put this fucking thing over by themselves, and they scored 30 points, and those fighting Titans, Longhorn, you wanted to fade every week, you better recalculate because they are they are becoming cover machines. Did you watch any of that game?
I didn't have it on
Cam Ward had his best game as a pro, and that's versus that Seattle defense. So
and he ran just very briefly. I didn't have it on, but they're no longer the free square, and since they've changed coach, like that tells you that the Callahan, like if Callahan ever gets if he ever gets a head coaching job again, don't hate it. Don't be like, I can't believe that this guy say thank you, God. Say thank you, God, that you brought this guy back so that we can have guaranteed winners. Because they're just not anymore. And Ward was running, which I brought that up to you. I remember about a month ago, I was asking you, like, did he run in college? Because, like, I've been watching these games, like, because, for whatever reason, I can't get Tennessee right. Like, when they were bad in a free square fading them, I would be betting on them. I've lost so much money in Tennessee over the last year and a half, and then when they changed, coaches, I'm like, okay, well, it'll keep going. But I noticed just watching the games, like, why doesn't he fucking run? There'd be so many opportunities to run the ball as a runner himself. And I asked you, did he run in college? You said not really. He moved around to throw. Well, he fucking ran a lot this game, and I don't know if that's going to be a new wrinkle. But yeah, they're no longer the free square. But with that said, it took a backdoor touchdown and another goddamn special teams touchdown by Tennessee. They do, baby. Apparently the best special teams in the goddamn league because if you can't tell, I had Seattle minus 12.5 on the pick every game contest, and he got me.
I'm still mad at myself for not betting. I mean, the total was 40. No, I think it closed at like 39. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Seattle.
That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
But it kept going down and down and down. It's like I kept checking. I talked about the podcast. I said, "There's no weather. What is happening? Is there a hurricane blowing into town that I don't know about? Where's Pete Delkus when you need him? What the fuck is going on with this total?" And it scared me away.
It was just duct tape shoe Doug pounding the fucking under. I don't know what to tell you.
It was going under all week. That was a lot of sharp money coming on there.
Yeah.
Because it opened at 41. Yeah, I was pissed about that one. Longhorn put out Detroit minus 10 or whatever it ended up being to his client.
You talk about a frustrating fucking game.
That was what we like to call, boys and girls, a no-sweat loss because it literally had no chance of ever covering. Winston, the number one QBR quarterback of the week. Their defense, completely optional for both teams. Over 1,000 yards of offense. Kind of makes you realize how much of a rookie dart it really is when you see the Giants go out there and do that. Longhorn does get to cash his CLV ticket, though, because this game closed at 14. So great job there, Let me know how much that pays you. Oh, wait, never mind. It's fucking $0. I know from plenty of experience, man.
I mean,
but at the end of the day, the Lions do get the win, and that's all that matters to
Yeah.
them. So, Longhorn.
Well, yeah, they're in a division battle, so they had to pull
fucking
it.
win that game. Yes.
Look,
And they
I'll just
did.
say
That's what
I'll
good
just say
teams do.
this: it took 2 trick plays, and hats off to them for doing them. But it was a whatever. That's what bad teams do. When you're a bad team, to the Shane Steichen discussion, like when you're not the best team on the field that day, sometimes you have to like just will your way to a win. Now, they didn't get the win, but it certainly kept them in the game. And then as far as the CLV, yeah, I'm likely going to go 7-1 this week with my one loss when I had 4 goddamn points of CLV in the NFL. Like, not college, in the NFL, that's going to be my one loss. So it just, it's almost like a guarantee in the
Where
NFL.
did that line move come from? Like, in what
Obviously was baked in with Dart.
In what world is Dart better than Jameis Winston? In what world? He's not. Not at this point. He may end up being, but at this point in his career, he's not. And he's especially not 4. That's Joe Burrow coming in over Joe Flacco. Are you fucking?
No, it went too high. It just went too. And you know what would have been smart? The smart move would have been like doing a half buyback on the 14. That way, if they don't cover, at least you get a half. And you could have, and I could have middled.
You could have.
It could have middled. So like that lesson learned. Like if it goes that fucking retarded to 14. Buyback, like that was dumb. That was another mistake.
I couldn't believe when I was doing my research for tonight's podcast. I was like, I know it went up because we were texting about it in the week, and I was like, where did it end up? Did any money come back on? No money came back in the Giants. All the money poured in the Lions.
Yeah, there's lessons to be learned always. You never stop learning in this business. Like to be honest with you, I really probably should have bought back on some Carolina money line for this game, just because I got so many units riding on the it's 10-3 still, but it's look, there's always room for improvement, and we're always looking to maximize our dollar, which means your dollar. So it's every year, every week, there's hard lessons that we learn, and we'll continue to get better week by week, year by year.
All right, Longhorn had Tampa Bay +7 on the danger zone.
Oh man,
2 units there, plus the half a unit on the Cincinnati line, and a quarter unit on the Tampa Bay money line. So minus 295 overall in the week on the danger zone.
What was my other danger zone?
You had Cincy. You got the push on the +6.
Oh fuck!
You had a half a unit on the money line here.
So that one sucks.
This is another no sweat loss though. Which look. If you're gonna lose games, this is the way I like to lose them. I'll lose. Sweet. I don't even fucking want to. I don't want to fucking worry about it. Look,
I didn't even watch the second half.
There was no need. Baker played as bad a half of football as I have seen him play since his second year in Cleveland.
Yeah, and he's hurt.
19,
and he's hurt.
And he's hurt now.
Yeah.
9 for 19 for 42 yards, 2 picks. Good God. But at the end of the day, I did say in the preseason, don't be surprised if Tampa Bay's sitting around 500 going into Thanksgiving and then finishes with 6 straight wins, which we'll see on the Baker News.
Yeah,
they're on track to do just that because their schedule sets up where they're going to be favored in all 6 games as long as he's on the field. So they got a chance. But the real story here continues to be the dominance of the Rams. I said a few weeks ago, them and Seattle had separated themselves from the NFC. They haven't done anything since then to make me look stupid, so thank you, Rams, for that. Longhorn thoughts here on both these teams moving forward.
So I remember this conversation that we had preseason. I remember also saying, don't be surprised if Carolina, because remember I said 2 of the last 3 games of the season, Tampa is Carolina. And I'll be damned, Carolina looks like they're going to be right there to where those last 3 weeks were those matchups between, look out. And I don't remember I don't remember what Carolina was to win the division, but I bet it was a nice little juicy number. And man, that Baker, look, it's his non-throwing arm that he could bear. It looked like it was hanging off his body. So I don't know what the exact diagnosis.
By the way, just real quick, all the people fucking jumping on Todd Bowles for saying, why'd you have Baker out there? It was 34-7. It's fucking halftime. He threw a Hail Mary. I'm sorry. Are you going to pull your starting quarterback at halftime?
And it's just it's his non-throwing. So, like, I mean, look, and there's no way.
It wouldn't matter if he went out for the season. Their season's done. You don't pull your starting quarterback in the NFL at fucking halftime.
Yeah, I don't got NFL. I don't have a big problem with that, but I do yeah. I'm looking at their schedule. It's Cardinals, Saints, Falcons, Panthers, Dolphins, Panthers. Like
every single game.
Man, I hope so because I mean I did pick Tampa Bay to win this division. We both did.
I believe you picked him to go to the Super Bowl.
I think I did, yeah, over Seattle. So he needs to get healthy, and the rest of the team needs to get healthy. So it's a good thing that the season softens up a little bit because they don't need to freak out. They're 6-5, I think. Is that what they are? They're 6-5. Get everybody healthy. Teddy can win you a game or two. Like if Davis Mills can keep Houston's season alive while fucktard gets over his headache, then yeah, Teddy Bridgewater can win a game or two in the next however long it takes for Baker. So
especially against who they're playing. I mean, you got Arizona. They're still fighting hard. Thank God they got us to push.
Oh, and I'm just reading now. It says good news on Baker's MRI. So look, if it ain't surgery and broken, Baker's going to get on the field ASAP and play, and they'll get Mike Evans back. They'll get some defensive players back. They'll be fine. They're going to be fine.
One spot we did get, I won't say CLV, but at least I got a CLV push. Arizona +3, closed at 2.5. That one was frustrating. I thought we had that win. I thought I had the 6-0. And then, we lose it in overtime. But, man, But they fought hard, man. They did fight hard. I can't blame them. Arizona, they gave effort. They got the defensive touchdown. The game didn't look good to start. And then your boy, and you called it. Who's your boy that you talked
Walter
about? Nolan? Yeah, he scores the touchdown on the.
I love that dude. But this coach is fucked. I hate to tell you, he's a defensive coach, and he's fired. Look, and defensive coaches can be great, and I think he's going to be a great defensive coordinator no matter where he goes. Like he's still going to be in the NFL, but he was cooked the moment that he kind of punched DeMarco on the sideline after that fumble. And I don't have a huge problem with that. I said that at the time. My problem is that you didn't tighten you didn't tighten the screws down enough to where your team doesn't do that. You're not going to see an Andy Reid team do that. You're not going to see a Bill Belichick in his prime team do that. You're not going to see. So, the reaction is reactionary. You should have been on top of this as the head coach before it even happened. Said this cannot happen. This will not happen to any of my offensive players. If you don't reach for the goal line until you've crossed the goal line. So he's cooked. Now that the teams, for whatever reason, whether it's a Kyler situation, like the way that was handled, or the DeMarco, hitting, he's just cooked. And that's a problem going forward because, you have to have buy-in to win this in this league. If you don't have everybody on your team bought in, you're just going to have problems. And the fact that Trevor Lawrence threw 3 fucking picks, and I think he had a fumble. Did he have a fumble? Oh, yeah. And a lost fumble. 4 turnovers from Trevor Lawrence, and you couldn't win that game at home. That is.
And Brissett threw for 317.
Yeah, it's just
and no turnovers.
They're cooked, man. They're just so cooked. And I was flirting with this team. They'll win that division, and I'm so glad I switched to Seattle, which might not win either, but at least they got a shot.
Yeah, I was wrong on the Cardinals too. I had.
Yeah, we both had them. I was looking at that the other day. I think we both had them at 9-8 or 8-9, something like that. It's too far away from it. Yeah, we're not gonna make it. Not gonna
make it. No, and I do think the coach is a decent coach, but yeah, he's lost that locker room. It's just a bad situation for him. I don't know what. Does the receiver for Jacksonville not play anymore? The one that was good last year?
Thomas got hurt, so he was ruled out. And then, of course, the Hunter situation, we know that.
Yeah, he doesn't matter anyway.
He's going to matter when he puts on 20 pounds of fucking muscle in this offseason.
B. Strange was your top receiver for
That's a tight end.
Yesterday?
That's a tight end.
Trevor's out there working with just gold, boy. He was working with gold.
Oh, I don't want to hear that shit. He had 4 fucking turnovers.
You don't want to hear that shit? You make every excuse in the book for your boy Herbst. he had an offensive lineman out. How could you expect him to play good?
I don't make if he has 4 turnovers, he has 4 turnovers. I don't.
No,
I'm not gonna.
I mean, he didn't play well, so I'm not saying he did. Thank God he didn't.
Well, you just literally did the same goddamn thing that you accused me of doing with Herbert. Oh, he's throwing to Brett Strange. Like, you did the same thing that you say I do.
Yeah.
So welcome to the
He's really not throwing to anybody. Like,
welcome to the make excuses boat. It's nice in here. Grab a paddle, and we always row for these quarterbacks that we like.
Yeah, I don't know. I've given up on that dude though. I mean, I think he is what he is at this point. They're getting they're going to be the fucking regression monster candidate next year.
Well, you know what the problem is with them is I don't there's not a coach quarterback marriage that I like. Like, at least with Harbaugh going forward with Herbert, when like eventually I have faith that Harbaugh will get that roster right and everything will eventually click right. I don't know about either one of these, the coach or the quarterback in Jacksonville, and I don't think that they like each other. So, like, this is the problem. At least we know that Harbaugh really fucking likes Herbert, and in this situation, I think if it was
all his players, everybody that plays with Harbaugh is the best player to ever play. Like, it's just
there's something to that, and that's why that's why they love him, and they'll run through a wall for him. So, like, there's strife between this quarterback and this coach, and that's just not what you want.
There was a play in that game too, and I was like, it was something that they did, and I was like, this coach is gonna get fired. Like, he is not good in game.
Cohen?
Yeah, I can't remember what I was gonna bring it up to.
It's his first year, so
I watched this game pretty heavily because I was like, okay, come on, Arizona. Like, I thought we were fucked at first, and we get the defensive touchdown. Like, all right, right back in it. Then bam, we got the lead. Like, okay, we got it.
Yeah.
And then they come back and tie it up, or they take the 3-point lead. We battle all the way back. I mean, Brissett was fucking great down the stretch. He took them all the way down there, got the field goal with almost no time left. I mean, it did everything I could ask for. In the end, we get the push. It is what it is.
Well, at least you didn't get the loss like I got at +2.5 in the contest. So
I got that in the contest. I got
another bad pick.
Yeah, I got that in the contest too. All right, let's move on to the Are You Fucking Kidding Me? All right, I don't have much on that one this week. I mean, you can imagine we had a really great week, but I do have a stat that is just fucking stupid. That'll be from the Notre Dame-Syracuse game. So Notre Dame scored 70 points, Longhorn. That's a lot. I believe that's the most they scored since like 1903 or some bullshit like that. That's for real. Like, I'm not making that up. That's not the crazy. I mean, that's pretty crazy, but it's not too crazy in college. The crazy part is they had 70 points. They had 67 passing yards. So they had 3 more points than they had passing yards in the year of our Lord 2025, when it's all about the passing game. And even crazier than that, they were up 21-0 before they ever even took an offensive snap. Your offense is not seeing the field, and you're up 21-0. That is fucking
How does
insane.
that happen?
I didn't even watch the game. Syracuse, though, is a corpse. They're just a corpse. But anyway, that was a crazy stat I wanted to bring up. But I did want to bring up this. I can't wait to see how these playoff rankings shake out after this weekend. It's bittersweet that college football, the regular season, ends on Saturday. But I am excited to see some conference championships, some bowls, and then the playoffs. Longhorn, thoughts on, the playoffs going forward? You like the 12 teams? Are you excited to see? I know you don't. I mean, I know you watch college football, but this is the time of year where you really get into it.
Like once it gets
start to matter.
Yeah, and I do love the 12 team. I know that we've had some. Well, I remember I wasn't
a big fan.
Yeah, because you're like, I don't want to see fucking Tulane or North Texas play, but I want to see North Texas. I want to see North Texas get to play.
Right last year when all those teams got blown the fuck out, and they're going to again this year.
You got proven right that time. Like the 15 seed almost always gets blown out in college basketball, but every once in a while that magic happens and it makes it all worth it. So yeah, I really can't wait. I've seen some of the projected matchups, and I can't wait going forward so we can talk about some of those games. But I was just looking up
and eventually we will get the right matchup where one of these dogs catches it. Like, they're just a perfect matchup, and they catch one of these guys.
Yeah, it'll be a matchup thing. So I'm assuming Jeremiah Love went off for Notre Dame in this game, because I was just looking up the running backs for Notre Dame in the draft coming up, and Jeremiah Love is projected the 12th overall prospect, and their backup, Jadarian Price, is projected as a third-round draft choice. So they got
Jeremiah Love is having, like, his decision to come back was the right decision. Like, he is having a monster.
Yeah, and he's 6 foot 214 pounds. So like he's
really
I mean,
good.
Boy, we've had our discussions about first round running backs, and that's kind of gone back and forth.
Well, let's see. He only had 8 carries, Longhorn.
Oh my God, what did the backup have?
He had 4 carries. Oh, let's see, 8 carries for 171 yards. Is that good?
Oh my God,
is that good? 3 touchdowns and 8 carries. Is that good?
That's ridiculous.
I say he had a fairly good game. 21.4 yards per attempt, 3 touchdowns on 8 carries. Yeah. They played 2 quarterbacks who combined 9 for 15 for 67 yards.
Well, sir,
their backup running back had 4 carries for 70 yards, and then the other guy had 2 carries for 59 yards. And another guy had 3 carries for 39. They went for 329 yards and 24 carries.
Would you like to know where Jeremiah Love is mocked to go currently? This changes all the time. We just
what position?
15. He's selected 15th in this mock draft.
15. Let's see. That's going to be around. Damn it! Who's around 500 right now?
It's a team that will probably make the playoffs, but is in desperate need of a running back to be fantastic. You're probably not going to get it because you're probably thinking of teams that are on the outside looking in, but this is a team on the end. It's going to be Kansas City drafting Jeremiah Love, and that would be. Now they drafted Clyde Edwards-Helaire before in the first round, and that one didn't work out long term.
He's back on the team, by the way,
and sucking still. Like,
I heard, like I was watching that game, it's like. Clyde, what? Like he got cut 2 years ago. What is this fucking guy doing back here?
They're like maybe
and they called him up.
Maybe he's not as bad as every team that's tried to play him is thinking, but no, he is. So Jeremiah Love, that'd be a. Now, why they didn't just pull the trigger and get Breece Hall with a 3rd round pick? I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know either. That would have been, Hunt had 104 yards on 30 carries. That is yeoman's work. Jesus Christ. 3.5 yards a clip for 100 yards.
He's bringing back the 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 8 yards on 5 carries. Is that good, though?
Sounds about right.
4 yards for a long, so it took him the other 4 carries to get the other 4 yards.
Yeah, he's cooked. That boy's cooked. Dude.
Oh, man. Oh, buddy.
I don't know how, because you talk about the Emmitt Smith fucking clone coming out of college. Like, it's one of those things where.
And he was a gadget guy. Like, he could do it all. He could catch. He could run. He could line up a receiver. I mean, they literally, at LSU, they lined him up in the slot. They did everything with this.
We've been doing this long enough to know that there is no, like, that's why it's such a crapshoot. Because, like, you could think you got the surest thing in the world, and it just doesn't.
And I remember that draft, when we did our mock, or at least I very rarely get anything right as far as, like, the half that I have to do. And I literally mocked him to Kansas City in the first round. And I got mocked for it by Longhorn, and it ended up being exactly right. I was like, this is the perfect. That's the reason why I did. It's like perfect fit, gadget guy, Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes. That's what he loves to do. Can't go wrong. How could it go wrong? It went way fucking wrong. It was okay for a little while. He won a Super Bowl with them. He was part of the rotation, and he wasn't awful at first, but it just fell off the cliff really, really quick. All right, boys and girls, that was the good, the bad, and the are you fucking kidding me? Okay, little housekeeping here. Scheduling announcement. So, the Thanksgiving games. You guys are probably thinking, hey, y'all don't record till Wednesday night. How are we going to get the podcast? Blah, blah, blah. Don't worry about it. We're going to record this podcast for the Thanksgiving games and the Friday game early. I said early. Thursday morning. We're going to get up, drink some fucking hot coffee, have some coffee talk about these 4 games coming up. And then we will also release on Friday the schedule, the rest of the slate for the Thanksgiving Day slate. It's a full slate. There are no buys this week. Everybody fucking plays on Turkey Day.
When are we doing the second half slate?
Second half slate Friday evening.
Friday evening. All right.
as early as possible.
Okay.
So they will have everything before. There's no games on Saturday. So you'll have everything else for the Sunday games. The Thursday games you will have early Thursday morning. We always try to do a little Thanksgiving Day special. Put out at least one actual play on all 4 games. They might not go to the clients list. It's a podcast thing. They're free picks for the pod. Don't worry about it. It's a pick palooza. But Longhorn, looking ahead at those games, anything stand out to you right off the jump?
Yeah, really good games. Number one, like it's actually a bunch of exciting games to watch. Maybe the Baltimore Cincy game. That one certainly is going to leave something to be desired.
Burrow's coming back.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. Never mind.
He's starting.
Check that. Check that.
Somehow Baltimore's still laying 7 points.
Yeah. So on leans, I'm showing Detroit at 2.5 right now. So I'm immediately thinking Green Bay on the on a teaser up for sure, because I think these teams are pretty much dead even teams at this point. Look, I talked about Dallas being a play on team once I saw that the defensive guys that they added in both the trades and injury coming back. I'm not changing my mind. Like Dallas is a play on team. Until
they go against Dallas on Thanksgiving Day, man.
And CD has been dog shit lately. Apparently, he's more interested in partying in Vegas and throwing up than playing
George
football.
Pickens is the numero uno receiver on that team.
Now, if they can get that straightened out, because we've seen CD have drops before earlier in his career, and then he went and became a 2-time All-Pro. So
yeah, he won't do it every week, but that was a horrific game for him.
So I like Dallas getting 3. Like I might have to bang that into the clients list tomorrow.
3.5 at DK.
That's just too much. That's just too much. Like KC was not very good. They were not very good in that game. Played some good defense, but I like Dallas in that one. Fiddle in the middle situation with Baltimore. Fiddle them down on the teaser. Play Joe Burrow at the +7, kind of like that. I don't know. I talked about the Chicago Bears. Oh, and I forgot to mention that with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville Jaguars and Chicago Bears. Same team to me. Every game, if they're favored and it's under 3, you play them. If it's over 3, you take the other team. No matter what, these two teams are going to find a way to keep this game close. It happened in the Chicago game. Chicago got down big, then they got up big, and the final score ended up being a 3-point game. And the same thing with Jacksonville. They're going to do the same thing, whether they're up big, down big. They're going to find a way to keep it close. So, with that being said,
the Chargers, and then they're just going to win by 50.
Yeah, fair. I mean, yeah, there's going to be some outliers, but in general, Chicago getting 7 against a team that can't score. I love that, but I also love the tease down. So there's going to be a lot of teasers again on my card, and as I'm looking at a 7-1 this week, largely due to teasers, don't think that I won't still go back into that bag a little bit. As far as the Sunday slate, I haven't dug into it too much, Bosiva, so if there's anything that stands out to you, just glancing at it, let me know.
Colts, Texans, 4.5. Colts laying. If we got no Stroud, I don't see any.
I don't know how you do anything with that game right now without news on Stroud. So
and it opened at 4.5, so literally the market has made no adjustments at all. Tampa and the Cardinals down to 3. That's pretty pessimistic on Baker there, in my estimation. That line's too low if Baker's healthy.
I don't think he's going to play though.
Yeah, obviously that's.
I think that's a Teddy. I think that's a Teddy game.
That's a Teddy line. Titans not even getting a touchdown now at home. Holy shit! We have come all the way around. Let's test your Jaguars theory, laying 6.5. That means you got to be on them fighting Titans, baby.
Of course, and they're not a fade team, so yeah, that's Tennessee initial look for sure.
How about these Panthers playing right now? They're catching 10 at home versus the Rams. Good God Almighty!
I like that. I like right off the bat. I like that.
Yeah, I don't think I can lay 10 on them. The Vikings, I don't know how you bet the Vikings at any number at this point, but Seattle's laying another double digit. God damn, how many fucking weeks has Seattle laid double digits?
Give me
double digits.
Give me the -600 money line on Seattle. I'll just lay 600.
Bill Steelers, that's an interesting one. Look, Rudolph was way better than Aaron Rodgers. I hate to tell Steelers fans this last week.
How dare you?
I know. How dare you? How dare you? How dare all of you?
I think he's going to be back though. Rodgers.
Yeah, he might be back. 3.5 though, sitting there. Again, another team, the Raiders. I don't know how you. I wouldn't bet them with your fucking money at this point. They have completely quit. I mean, they have completely fucking quit.
Yeah, they're in the can't like you talk about a free square. They're the free square. They're the free square, and it's under 10. And Chargers are off a bye, right?
Chargers off a bye.
Is that a good spot?
No.
Home
Favorite off a bye.
We'll get into
dig
that.
into it. Yeah, we'll dig into it. And then the Redskins off a bye, home dogs. Man, I'd love that. It looks like it might get to 7. I'd like for it to get to 7 against the Broncos. If I can fucking get 7 against the Broncos, I'd almost bet anybody on that because, I mean, who does Bo Nix beat by 7 points?
Well,
other than the Cowboys, I guess.
he used to beat Washington State by 7 points when he was at Oregon.
He beat them by fucking 72 points when he was at Oregon.
And he's coming off his best game of the year, so he's definitely due for a back down to earth Bo Nix game.
Patriots Giants 7.5. That's a tempting line as well. Those Giants, man, those G-men, they're fighting son of a bitches. I'll tell you that right now. But Jameis
minus 400.
Jameis coming off his best game in I don't know how many years. Talk about due for the old regression spot. But at some point, New England doesn't have to lose a game.
No, there's no such thing. Minus 400. They don't. Don't you know they're going to go 14 and 15 and 2? Like they don't. There's no such thing as a losing game for New England. It just doesn't happen.
The ghost of Tommy has returned in the spirit of Drake May, and they're going to run roughshod, I guess, all the way to the fucking Super Bowl. We're going back to the Patriots in the Super Bowl every
year. Did they win 4 games last year or 3?
4, I believe.
If they go 4 wins to 14, then just kick me in the nuts. Like has that ever happened? 4 to 14? There's no way that's happened. I don't even need to look it up. There's no way that's ever a 4 to 14. There's no fucking way.
If there was a case like that, it'd have to be where the quarterback got hurt.
Like a Brady, but yeah.
But even then, they won 9 games.
Yeah.
When Brady was
10 or 10 or whatever it was. But yeah, just minus 400. That's you're just stealing money. Just give me all the money.
Give me all the money. All right, boys and girls, that was your look ahead for next week. Again, the podcast drops Thursday morning, early. Get up before your family does, before you have to deal with all the in-laws and all that bullshit. Get up, have a fucking, you know what? If you don't want to drink coffee, have a glass of Bailey's. That's probably what I'll be drinking. Or a little Bailey's in your coffee. Mix it up. Whatever you like to do, that's what we like to do. What we also like to do, Longhorn, is fucking win, baby. So tell them about that Patreon where they can get we are literally on we have hit our crescendo. We are on fucking fire. All 3 units just firing fucking, we're rolling down the fucking window, just throwing we're rolling down the street, just throwing hundreds at the window. Both fucking sides now. It was like one side, now fistfuls of hundreds. Both sides of the car. It's fucking, money's flowing everywhere, baby. It's flowing everywhere.
What he's saying is, I'm finally starting to win, is what he's actually trying to say. Go to that Patreon page, patreon.com/bet_FGH. You got CK's player props, both Steve's college and NFL, and my NFL package. We will see y'all on Turkey Day. For both Steve's, I am Longhorn. We are FGH, and no matter how you find us, when you think about betting on football, think FGH, and never, and I mean never, pay a bookie again. Come on.
Damn it, people never pay a bookie again. Steven Tyler, take a cell, baby.